Oh, this is out of Reuters. Minnesota shooting suspect told friend in text message, "I might be dead soon." This is by Tom Polinsek, Joseph Tonfini, Ned Parker, and David Shepardson. Minneapolis, New York, Washington, June 14th. Reuters, the suspect in the deadly shooting of Minnesota state lawmakers and wounding of another had links to evangelical ministries and said he was a security expert with experience in the Gaza Strip and Africa, according to his online postings and public records. A manhunt was underway on Saturday for Vance Luther Bolter, 57, who police said is a suspect in the killing of a Democratic Minnesota state legislator, Melissa Hortman, and her husband, and the shooting of State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Just disgusting. This isn't the first time that Trump's extreme rhetoric has led to violence against Democratic lawmakers. It was him that got Nancy, one of his fans went and attacked, "Where's Nancy?" with his hammer and attacked her husband. And right after that happened, Don Jr. was out there, with costume. Oh, a new Halloween costume, a pair of tidy whities and a hammer. Really? That's the kind of empathy these motherfuckers have. Immediately, Elon Musk was pushing conspiracy theories. That was his gay lover. These people are sick. Just sick. Police said that the suspect had been seen earlier on Saturday wearing a light-colored cowboy hat, a dark-colored long-sleeved collared shirt, or coat with a dark bag. The FBI offered reward of up to $50,000 for information that could lead to his arrest. David Carlson, 59, told Reuters that he has been sharing a house in Minneapolis with Bolter for a little more than a year and saw him on Friday night. And at about 6 a.m. on Saturday, he received a text from Bolter. He said that he might be dead soon, said Carlson, who spoke with police. Carlson, who has known Bolter since 4th grade, said Bolter worked for an eye donation center and stayed at the house because it was close to his job. Carlson said he feels betrayed by Bolter and heartbroken for the victims, adding his family has got to suffer through this. Bolter was appointed in 2016 to the Governor's Workforce Development Board, state records show. He didn't work for Walls. I mean, everybody keeps trying to tie him to Democrats. Just try to distance yourself as far as you can. He was a Republican. He voted for Trump. Jesus. So anyway, he was part of the board. He had a responsibility to advise the governor on Minnesota's workforce system. Asked if Bolter knew the lawmakers, Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension Superintendent Drew Evans said, "We're still exploring that. There's certainly some level of overlap with some public meetings, I will say, with Senator Hoffman and the individual, but we don't know the nature of the relationship or if they actually knew each other." Bolter listed himself as having no political party preference on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn post 6 years ago, Bolter urged Americans to vote and value the process. If you believe in prayer, please keep the United States in your prayers. Ding, ding. Carlson said Bolter voted for Trump, was a Christian, and did not like abortion. Well, don't have one then. Though he added that the pair had not talked about the issue for a long time, adding, well, he wasn't really angry about politics. Wasn't he? But that you knew of. He wasn't angry that you knew of. Apparently he was. In social media accounts, public records, and websites reviewed by Reuters, Bolter described himself as a Christian minister. Let that sink in. A Christian minister, a security expert with experience in the Middle East, Africa, a former employee of food service companies. Bolter said he was the chief executive of an organization called the Red Lion Group, based in Democratic Republic of Congo. He and his wife Jennifer also ran a security service called Praetorian Guard Services. Minnesota Corporate Records lister as manager. The company website says it offers only armed guard security services, and Bolter wrote that he had been involved with security situations in Eastern Europe, Africa, North America, and the Middle East, including the West Bank, Southern Lebanon, and the Gaza Strip. The claims could not immediately be verified. Police were aware of reports that Bolter owned a security company. Bolter wrote on LinkedIn a month ago that he was looking for work. "Hi, everyone. I'm looking to get back into the U.S. food industry." So did he cook in all those places? Like in Africa and the Gaza Strip and the West Bank? Did he cook there? "And I'm pretty open to positions. in Texas, Minnesota, Florida, and the Washington, D.C. area. Nonprofit tax filings show that Bolter and his wife ran a Christian ministry organization called Revo Formation. The most recent filing in 2010 lists Bolter as president. On an archived version of the Revo Formation webpage from 2011, Bolter said he was ordained in 1993 as a minister and had been raised in the small town of Sleepy Eye, about 100 miles southwest of Minneapolis. In his biography on that site, Bloomberg claimed to have made trips to violent areas in the Gaza Strip and West Bank where suicide bombings were taking place. He sought out militant Islamists in order to share the gospel and tell them the violence wasn't the answer. Bolter said he went to St. Cloud State University, a now closed Cardinal Stritch University, and the Christ for Nations Institute, a Bible college in Dallas. After firing at police on Saturday, the suspect abandoned a police vehicle in which officers found a manifesto and a list of other legislators and officials, law enforcement officials said. Evans said police were still exploring what could have been the motivation for the shootings, adding, "It would be premature for me at this point to really say exactly what the motivation might be from these writings." Tim Waltz said the shooting appears to be politically motivated assassination. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I know that Pam Bondi has been coming out and saying, we will not stand them targeting U.S. state legislators. I think it was Democratic state legislators is a part she left out. But good job trying to show that you're really doing your job, that you're not doing it all. But good job. Lots of people say that Stephen Miller's running the Justice Department. She's just a face. Not much of one, but okay. And also the FBI is saying that they're working with them on the ground. I just don't know how much help people like Cash Patel and Don Bongino can be on the ground in those situations. Have no experience in running operations like that. But, oh well. I just wanted to bring that to you this morning. And my heart goes out to the families of the people that were not just murdered in cold blood, but that were injured. And I mean, we've had political violence in this country. I mean, we had a political during certain presidencies, but we've never had so much until now, until about 2016 and 2020, at least. So, and unfortunately, I expect more, and I'm very worried about Israel and them having to defend themselves so much and kill so many people on the guise of self-defense. But that's a whole nother video. Anyway, thank you for watching my content. I appreciate you so much.